I'd like to do a video on how to adjust a Remora holster. This is the SIG P938 I've been working with over the last month and a half, 2 months. Alan actually sent me 2 different holsters to try. Okay, the gun is empty, the magazine's empty, but I want to put them together so you can see how they work. This is the 2B Art SS, just wet shield. Slides in great, covers everything on the body side. Just a fantastic fit. This is the 2B Art without the sweat shield. I noticed right away it's super tight, so it's either binding here, here, or perhaps even back here. So I dropped a note to Alan and said, hey, is there anything we can do to loosen these up? I've never really had to adjust one. I've made modifications, pulling stitches out. This fabric is actually stretchable and moldable, which I didn't know. So he told me his little trick on how to adjust a Remora holster if you need a little extra room. And that adjustment process involves taking your pistol, wrapping it in a handkerchief, heating the holster with a hairdryer to 125 degrees, kind of giving it a little stretch when it's warm, putting the pistol back into the holster with the handkerchief on it, wiggling it around, until it gets good and worked down where you want it. And then you pop the whole thing in the freezer for about 3 to 4 minutes, and that actually helps the fabric take a set. And once you remove the napkin or handkerchief, the fit should be much better. So I'm actually going to try it. So I've got everything here. First thing I need to do is heat this holster to 125 degrees. Just got a cheapy hairdryer I had for other projects. The low setting will actually go to 125, but it takes a long time, so I may need to edit the video. Set this out of the way. Alan recommends using gloves when you do the stretching. I don't think for my hands it's particularly hot, so I'm not going to worry about using gloves, but I am going to give it a good stretch, just randomly here, because it was very tight, particularly down in here, so I'm going to work on that area. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the pistol in. Work it, really get it down to the bottom of the holster. Alright. Okay. Alan recommends doing some wiggling, to get it to fit. Alright, so at this point I'm going to pop it in the freezer for 4 minutes. Holster going into the freezer for 4 minutes. Alright, it's been 4 minutes, so we will pull the chilled Remora holster out of the freezer. Alright, so again, we heated the holster, stretched the holster, inserted our handkerchief wrapped pistol into the holster, and then put it in the freezer for 4 minutes. Doesn't The holster was very cool to the touch when I pulled it out, so hopefully it's set. What we're looking for is a less tight fit. And look at that. That pistol wouldn't even go in that holster before we tried it. So this, with the sweat shield, is going to make a nice in-waistband rig, primarily because of the full coverage of all the on the body side. Yeah, it's still easy to grip and extract. This would be for the pocket. It slides right in, covers the rear sights, gives you plenty of grip. I don't notice any significant difference in the fabric itself. It's just been stretched slightly. The fabric, not the stitching, so the stitching is still intact, and now readily accepts this SIG 938. So there's your 10-minute fix on custom fitting and custom sizing a Remora. Hope you enjoyed it.